Welcome to Sir Cundoo's Old But New, where he plays some old-ish games that are new to him. In this first season, we'll be playing Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. And in this first episode, Sir Cundoo tries to figure out what the hell is going on, a theme that will run through the majority of this season, as you will see. So, shall we? The new game starts with creating a new character. Would I like to? Answer a series of questions about the type of vampire you would like to play, and allow the game to create your character. Go directly to a character sheet, set the clan, attributes, abilities, yourself. I think I'm going to answer questions. Me too. Why am I looking over there? You're there. It's been a long time since I've attempted to record. I'm going to be male. 2 genders. Very stuck in the past, this game. You're stuck in traffic after a concert and the guy behind you is laying on the horn. Your friends in the car are urging you to park the car and help them stick the dude's horn somewhere uncomfortable. Do you? Get out, pull the guy out of the car and put him in the hospital. Talk your friends down. You don't need a lawsuit or jail time. I wouldn't do number 1, but that sounds more fun. So let's say we would. A vampire hunter has chased you into a crowd of mortals. Do you reveal your supernatural presence, blinding everyone in the vicinity? 2. Fade into the crowd and disappear from sight. 3. Use your ability to read mortals' minds and stay far away from any sensation of hostility. And fade into the crowd. Being a night person, you watch a lot of late-night TV movies. 3 movies are on. Which one do you watch? Fist of the Monkey. A wire fu film that this scene. A wire fu film with that scene where Wu beats 20 armed men with his bare hands. Number 2, Sword of the Bushi, a Japanese film where a lone samurai cuts a path through a gang of Yakuza. Or number 3, Sergeant Murderstein III, the cop that doesn't play by the rules, takes on the drug cartel that kidnapped his daughter with only his trusty 44 to back him up. I bet it's Fist of the Monkey King, is it? That's goes without saying. As you're walking home late at night, you hear footsteps, glance back and suddenly realise someone is following you. Do you, 1, turn to confront them, 2, duck behind a tree to lose them? They got visions of that meme. Oh no, not that one. No, Shaq hide behind a tree. That's because that's who I... Yes, that's who I am. Confront them. You're heading down to meet with some Nosferatu in the alley. Where's all the music on? That's weird, isn't it? I've defeated the music within the game. You're heading downtown to meet someone with Nosferatu in the alley behind that Chinese restaurant. He has some valuable information to sell. You're not expecting any trouble, but you can never be too careful. Do you? 1. Take no weapons that might spook your contact, trusting in your supernatural strength to handle any problems. 2. Hide a blackjack in your coat to give you a little edge. A blackjack, is that like a kosh type thing? Number 3. Jam a Smith & Wesson in your waistband, just to be sure. I always thought it was Smith & Weston. Hide a blackjack. If you could learn one martial art, would it be karate or kendo? Japanese fencing. Karate. The world is a cruel and unforgiving place, but you've gotten by so far. Like, oof, cutting me deep. Someone gets in my way, I kick their ass. That's why. I live alone. I don't need others. Just me, my dog, and to hell with the rest. I mean, I don't think my wife would appreciate that one. Number 1. Because I don't live alone. I don't have a dog, unfortunately. You have been embraced by the Bruja clan, called by some a clan of violent brutes and mindless street thugs. Yes, I'll fit right in. The Bruja have been known to tangle, but are a proud clan who fight for freedom in life and death, and they put their combat abilities to use whenever they are necessary. Okay. Your vampire's attributes and abilities have now been determined and entered into its character sheet, which you will see next. After your tour of the character sheet, you may make changes to the character or simply play it as is. Okay. These are your attributes and abilities, which feats are derived from. Okay. Attributes are your inherent character traits and are broken into 3 categories: physical, social, and mental. Abilities are things you learn and also are broken into 3 categories: talents, skills, and knowledges. Knowledges, is that plural? Okay. Members of the militaristic Bruja clan are indomitable warriors, and so your strongest attribute is physical, in which you have 2 points you can spend. You also have 1 point to spend in mental and no points in social, a Bruja's weakest attribute. As for abilities, being Bruja gives you an advantage with their aggressive and violent talents, in which you have 3 points to spend. You have only average abilities in skills, 2 points, and are weak in knowledges, 1 point. Feats are the actions you perform in the game. Feats are derived from adding an attribute and an ability. An example would be the feat of lockpicking, which is derived from the attribute of dexterity and the ability of security. Good lord. So yeah, okay, cool. So this is quite complex for an RPG. So hovering your mouse pointer over a feat will highlight the attribute and ability upon which it is dependent. Okay. You are a member of the Bruja clan, renowned for its sheer physical prowess. Bruja are rebels who hold social change near to their undead hearts, and the clan's ranks contain some of the most violent members of vampire society. Their disciplines are celerity, vampiric speed, potence, vampiric strength, and presence, vampiric charisma. I have no idea what's happening. This is your humanity. 7 is the norm, 10 is saintly, and the lower you go, the closer to the beast you become. Also, the lower your humanity, the greater your chances of frenzying. When a vampire goes into a frenzy, he loses all control and attacks any and all things around him. However, as you gain experience, you can spend experience points to increase your humanity. Okay. This is where your Masquerade violations are displayed. The Masquerade is a code by which many vampires unlive. Anytime a vampire is seen doing a supernatural act by a mortal, it is considered a Masquerade violation. You have 5 chances, and each strike will have repercussions. If you commit 5 Masquerade violations, you will be dealt with harshly. Ooh. This is where all information on the things you're hovering over is displayed. Auto level on and off is a toggle that allows you to decide whether you want to complete it or advise it. Okay, I get all that. Okay. What were they saying? Anyone remember? I keep looking over there because last time I recorded, my camera was over there. It's not. You're there. Hello. Okay, so I've already had everything allocated, I think. Is this? Yes, okay. So that's what's recommended I do. Bit of strength, bit of stamina. Some wit. Socials are weakest attributes, that's fine. Brawl, dodge, intimidation, subterfuge. Okay. Finance. Very weird. Okay. Okay, let's just get into it, eh?
I want to show you something.
Oh my god, he did.
Good evening. My fellow kindred,
Oh,
my apologies for disrupting any business or interfering with prior engagements
it's like
you may have
Kung
had
Fu
this evening.
film.
It's unfortunate that the affair that gathers us together tonight is a troubling one. We are here because the laws that bind our society, the laws that are the fabric of our existence, have been broken. As Prince, I am within my rights to grant or deny the kindred of this city the privilege of siring. Many of you have come to me seeking permission, and I have endorsed some of these requests. However, the accused that sits before you tonight was not refused permission. Indeed, my permission was never sought at all. They were caught shortly after the embrace of this child. It pains me to announce the sentence, as up to
She got
tonight I
staked.
considered the accused a loyal and upstanding member of our organization. But as some of you may know, the penalty for this transgression is death. Know that I am no more adjudicator than I am a servant to the law that governs us all. Let tonight's proceedings serve as a reminder to our community that we must adhere to the code that binds our society, lest we endanger all of our blood. Forgive me. Let the penalty commence.
Oh, good. Where did that come from? Whoop!
Which leads to the fate of the ill-begotten progeny. Without a sire, most childer are doomed to walk the earth never knowing their place, their responsibility, and most importantly, the laws they must obey. Therefore, I have decided that...
This is bullshit!
Good Lord.
All I'm saying is that he better not do it.
If Mr. Rodriguez would let me finish. I have decided to let this kindred live.
Why?
They shall be instructed in the ways of our kind and be granted the same rights. Let no one say I am unsympathetic to the plights and causes of this community. I thank you all for attending these proceedings, and I hope their significance is not lost. Good evening.
I mean, some of these people aren't like that type of vampire. Be spotted a mile off.
Your sire, tragic, my apologies. But you see, there is a strict code of conduct that all of us must
Just wanted to have sex there.
adhere to if we wish to survive. When someone, anyone, breaks these laws, they undermine the well-worn fabric of our centuries-old society. Understand my predicament. Allowing you to live makes me directly responsible for your subsequent behavior. So, what I'm offering is not generosity, but the opportunity to transcend the fate woven by your sire. This is your trial. You will be brought to Santa Monica. There you will meet an agent by the name of Mercurio. He will provide the details of your labor. I've shown you great clemency. Prove it was more than a wasted gesture, fledgling. Don't come back until you do. Good evening.
It's a quest. Deep. Not only do vampires hide from mortals, they hide from themselves as well. Okie doke, what's done? Use the mouse, use the toggle auto move and toggle walk run keys to find multi toggle also moving and walking and running. Use the toggle to switch. Okay, yada yada. Ooh.
What a scene, man. Woo-wee. Then they just plop you out here like a naked baby in the woods. How about that? Look, kiddo, this is probably a lot for you to take in, so, why don't you let me show you the ropes? What do you say?
Who are you?
I'm Jack. What's important is I'm offering help. You make it back from Santa Monica with your hide and we'll trade life stories, okay? Till then, I got about this much time. You in or out? Don't worry, kiddo, you'll adjust. I'd love to explain it all, but time's a-wasting. You want some help or what? Youngsters these days. Well, your funeral, kiddo, but keep a couple things in mind before you go. Now, these lessons aren't just for your benefit, so listen up. First, the Masquerade. You're gonna be hearing a lot about this, so let me sum up real quick. Sure, you're a vampire. Great. Keep it to yourself, okay? It's easier that way, trust me. That's the Masquerade. Keeping vampire secrets secret.
What's happening with this guy's chest?
Easy peasy. Now,
Why is it drawn
if
to
you
it?
violate the Masquerade, if you run around spooking humans or whatever, you make things harder on all of us. Then all of us get pissed off when we come after you, and you end up like your sire there, staked and baked. Comprende, kiddo?
I'm listening.
Right on. Next, humanity. Being a vampire isn't the end of the road. You think life was hard? Just wait. Now you're half beast, half man, and it ain't quite an easy fit. You're gonna be fighting that beast for the rest of your days, every time you give into it. Whenever you kill an innocent, you feed the beast a little more, and it grows a little stronger. After a while, the beast can take over, and you'll go wild and have to be put down like a rabid dog. So, you know, fight it. Don't be a homicidal maniac. That'll help with the Masquerade, too. See how it all comes together? Ain't that nice?
Yeah.
Now, with all that said, you still have to keep your ass alive. For that, you're gonna have to feed. That's a little blood sound, kiddo. I imagine you're feeling that thirst right about now, huh? Get it where you can, however you can. Just remember the first 2 lessons. Don't let anyone else see you feeding. They'll flip out and cause you to break the Masquerade and cause some bigger, badder vampire to come stomp a mud hole in your ass. Also, drink deep, but
What?
don't drain them dry. See, that's giving in to the beast. You do that, you lose a grip on your humanity.
Are you whispering this
lose
bit?
control.
What?
There we go again. It all fits together. Beautiful. Can you dig it?
I can dig it.
Righteous. Now, ship off like a good little soldier. If you pull this off, come downtown to the last round and I'll tell you how jacked this whole situation is. Until then, good luck. Or maybe I should just say, nice knowing you, kiddo.
That's funny. Lacroix has arranged for you to use the Camarilla safe house in Santa Monica as your haven. Here you'll find some essentials, such as your computer for electronic mail. Okay. Lovely. Guess that's not the button. Okay. Nice. Pizza. Electronic mail. Yes, yes. Anything we find down here? You can see laptop up there, can't you? Don't know what it's doing. Okay. Hey, the password for your computer is Sunrise. Keep the cash in the drawer. It's yours. I dropped you an email with my address. Come on over after you get settled. Mercurial. Electronic mail. Available menus. Okay. Password required. Sunrise. Okay, a reminder. Mercurial will contact you when you arrive in Santa Monica. Waste no time in meeting with him. So, okay, delete. Penis enlargement. Watch the girls come running. Call today. 1-800-555. Ooh. How'd you reply? Okay. Looking for that lazy-ass ex-husband who's late on his alimony payments? How about that jerk who knocked you up? Look no further. Are they not the same person? With Arthur Kilpatrick's amazing crime putter. Crime pewter. Sorry. You can find almost anyone with a record. And these days, that's just about everyone. So you can just find everyone. So let me delete. Welcome. Mercurio. Hey, welcome to town. Come on over to my place. I don't need to give him a voice because we're going to speak to him once you get situated, and we'll talk about what you'll need to get the job done. I'm going to pick up explosives right now, some astrolite. I should be back by the time you come over. I'm at 24 Main Street in number 4. Walk to the end of the alley and my building is the next one on the right. Okie doke. The opening. The game begins. A pawn is moved for a friend. I'm sure it's not. Well, I computed that well. Where's the drawer with my money? It contains $100. Thank you. Maybe I should take a lot, because I will probably die a lot. Excellent. Ah. Ocean. What's this? Pills. I mean, guy became a vampire about 5 seconds ago. Need lock. Okay, I'm sure it's fine to leave wide open. You don't have it. Ooh. Violating the Masquerade by revealing aspects of supernatural existence to humankind puts you at risk of ambush by human vampire hunters. Invites the wrath of fellow kindred.
You got some change, mister?
Ooh, lovely. Did I eat him?
You got some change, mister?
How do I eat him?
Take on the crab, never know what he.
What did I do? Run away! Definitely did not do that right. What? What is happening? Anyone know? Well, huh?
What time is it? I've suddenly got the urge to walk down that dark and foreboding alley over there.
What?
Care to join me?
Yes, I'll meet you there. Okay. How do I eat people? F, of course. Nummy num 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 num. Is it because I killed a man? You okay?
Hey, baby. Need company?
Hey, baby. Looking for a date?
It's obvious. I guess I'll feed another time.
I'm busy.
Nice. I I'm entering Elysium, the domain of a powerful vampire. Yum, yum, yum.
Those mothers ripped me off. I'm dying here. Yeah. You looking for the astrolite?
Oh, it's him.
I can feel a draft on my fucking insides. They shanked me, the bastards. The blood ain't working no more. My head, it feels cracked. Oh, I think my eyes popped.
Stay with me.
I went... what is this lump? Is this my rib? Oh, holy shit. My rib is poking through my side? Oh, I'm all numb.
He's quite calm about that, isn't he?
Tell me.
What?
Goddamn chemist. Can't trust any operators in L.A. I verified him. Organization seem reliable. Guy mixes up speed. His crew sells it. Occasionally does explosives. I set up a drop. I show up at the beach with the money, right? 4 of his guys, they come out of nowhere. Junky pricks hit me with a bat. It feels like I got a friggin' horse kicking it. I never should have gone alone. Amateur move. I should have handled those pricks. Goddamn dirty Cali rat bastards. Those cocksuckers beat me rotten, left me for a stiff. I had to crawl to my car, crawl my ass up here. The vamp blood's the only thing holding me together. But shit, they got the money, they got the astrolite.
Don't have the astrolite!
You think I'm some amateur? I got their number. Those small-time sons of bitches live out in a dump on the beach. Maybe 4 or 5 of them. The one's got the explosives is Dennis. Got my money too, that prick. Laying in a pool in my own blood and you want friggin' directions. Right, all right. Down the street, in the parking garage, stairs down to the beach. On the right. Those better not be some of my last words.
How do I get back?
You gotta get it back from him. Maybe reason with him, maybe break in. I don't know. I want to kill him. Do whatever you people do. I blew it, I know. Yeah, if you could... Oh, something just started leaking. I need something for the pain. One more thing. About the deal. I mean it. You tell anyone about this, I'm dead. I'm begging you. I got a way of getting people what they need. You don't say anything, I can help you out.
Good thing to know. Goodbye. Wherefore art thou, Mercurio? What? Get some serious painkillers. Okay. Doop 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 doop. Okay. There's his car. Where are we gonna go? First you're gonna... They live in a dump on the beach. The beach is that way. Gimbals prosthetics, that's nice. There's the clinic.
Need something, pal?
Matter of fact, no. Goodbye. How do I get into the clinic? Blood. Yum yum.
would like that, queen bitch. Queen bitch would... You next up for the needle? Hmm? Your donation could save a life, you know. Oh, but isn't it a little late for altruism? I don't think you're here to give blood at all. I don't buy it, Jack. I bet you're here to take blood. Am I right?
I don't know what you're talking
They all
about.
come in here with that same nonchalant look. With that, who, me, stare, as if they were so clever. Do you think you're the first vampire to try and come in here to buy blood? Honestly.
Yes. Vampires? Or
Fine.
whatever.
If you don't want any, deny it. Deny that you wouldn't put the lukewarm bag to your lips and slurp out the copper-smelling sauce like a swarm of mosquitoes on a hemophiliac's back.
Goodbye.
Oh no, wouldn't like that, queen bitch. Queen bitch would say...
Yes. Naughty green bitch. Okie dokie. That is locked. I think I'm in the wrong place. That is locked also. And us Bruja aren't the best at lockpicking, so I'm told. Can I go in here? Yes. I just got thrown off by the strange man who challenged me for no reason. I'd like some painkillers, please. Please help
Please
me.
wait your turn and you'll be seen.
I need to go
Please
now.
wait your turn and you'll be seen.
It's a nice night out, huh?
No, I don't know you.
No.
Painkillers. Don't make me kill you, bitch.
Think you might die. Raise your hand.
Just back off.
Did you hear me? Take a seat. The doctor will get to you when he can. All right, go on back.
Hey.
Please, get a doctor. My insides. It hurts so bad.
Should I eat her? I feel like I should eat her. No. Of course I shouldn't. Who would ever think such a thing? Excuse me.
Nurse, I'm sorry, sir, but you're going to have to wait outside like everyone else. No exceptions. See here now, I'm the only physician here at the moment. We got twice as many people as usual waiting for treatment. I'll look at her as soon as possible. Try to talk to her. Keep her awake.
What?
I've got a man in there with a bullet in his head. My nurse paged Dr. Roberts a half hour ago. He'll be here any time. Till then, stay with your friend and make sure she doesn't go into shock.
It's not a
I
friend.
must go.
I tried to eat her.
Nurse, I'll be in the bathroom.
Medication. I need painkillers, man. Where are they? Is this not right? Computers for grandma. Nice. Ha! Little help. Hey, Danny, I could use a little help down here. Can you go up to controlled substances for some morphine? I'm pretty busy right now. Thanks, F-Dog. Neat. Yo, mama. No, it's not for my personal use, you bastard. Mind if it is. I didn't know they were out upstairs. Maybe you can get some in Malcolm's office. By the way, your mother wears combat boots, F-dog. Oh, amnesia. Oh shit, that's cold, but I'll make sure to knock before I go in. I'd hate to catch him in the middle of a pelvic examination. By the way, tell your mom to stop calling me F-dog. Personnel. What? Phlebotomist P. Phil Phlebotomist is a loyal employee and a hard worker, but seems to have various digestive tract abnormalities, which, unfortunately, result in an increased rate of flatulence. The smell of those phenomena is nothing short of horrendous. It seems we may have to do something about him. If only you had medical professionals who could treat such things. Billy. Dr. Bill has worked as this clinic's internal wrangler since 1999. Malcolm St. Martin is our night shift senior physician. Robert D. has never lost a patient. No one can succeed like Dr. Roberts. Thornton K. Several malpractice suits filed against him for unnecessary gynecology. Suggest termination. Suggest. Well, it was nice. Where's the office for Dr. Malcolm? Oh! What was that? Did I get pills?
Nurse, I'll be in the bathroom. If I could only rest for a second.
What is going on?
If you think you might die, raise your hand.
Okay, I don't know what I just did. Any of these pills have got help are Mercutio up in here. Seduction is pink. Bit on the nose. Who's laughing? Like, is a man in trouble here? Oh, no. Okay. Whatever I found was not good enough. Maybe the junkies I'm going to track down. Beach access. This is really weird. That's a... Yeah, to get to the beach, you just got to go through the multi-story car park. Ah, yes, of course.
I've seen a lot of shocking things in my time on the force, but that pier, that's the kind of thing that makes you lose your faith in humanity.
I gotta say, it's the second worst thing I've seen.
Pour back.
Well, aha!
Up there. Through that chain link gate and up those stairs.
What?
Those men you're looking for.
Never
mind. You wouldn't understand.
Yeah, well, that's much. Thanks. Whoa, Superman, calm down. Ah! Take it easy, mama. Oh. Loading screens are plenty, eh? Well, hi, junkie boy.
Help you?
Needs a bar.
Oh, really? You call ahead? The man expecting you? Because he didn't tell me to expect anybody.
Did you tell me to expect
You
my
just made my
fuck
night,
ass?
asshole.
Man too, bitch! Whoa!
Where you going, then?
Run! I'm a crazy bastard. Coming for you, bitch. Look like my astrolite's right there. That hurt. Nope. Okay. Astrolites. Take that, they gone. Love this tune. You're a vampire. What did happen? Cundoo. Got the astrolite.
Did you waste those sons of bitches?
Damn straight.
Great. Hope it was painful. Did you get my money back? Damn. I could have used that money to buy myself some new kidneys. Anyway. You need to make someplace disappear. A warehouse. Looks to be a Sabbat interest.
I don't know what that means.
You haven't been doing this too long, have you? The Sabbat,
Literally
as I
2
understand
minutes.
it, are your typical power-hungry movie monsters. They specialize in causing grief. I've tangled what they're like, let me tell you. I didn't enjoy it. I heard a lot about that operation. Well, I'd love to get in there, get my hands on the equipment they've been unloading. But it'd be suicide to walk in there. Got a small army of trigger-happy types, and they're all packing. I don't know, maybe, there's a guy. I never met him, but I heard a lot about him. His name is Tongue. Bertram Tongue. He's one of you types. If there's anyone who knows more than me about this city, it's him. Unfortunately, Tongue's hiding out at the moment.
But where?
Tongue's laying low because of Therese. Therese Vorman, you know her? Anyway, word is Therese and Tongue are feuding. I don't know the details. My take's that Tongue thinks he's about to get whacked, so he's gone underground till Therese calls it off. If you want to put that warehouse into orbit anytime soon, you're gonna have to get Therese to call off the feud.
Oh,
She's
shit.
the woman around here. Power player. Nice looking broad for a dead chick, but personality like stone. She and her sister Jeanette, they run the asylum. Some freaky customers frequent that place. I try not to do business there. She's the woman around here. Power player. Nice looking broad for a dead chick, but personality
Definitely
like
just
stone.
asked her.
Who exactly? What's to tell? I can get anything anyone wants at any time. Could say it's my calling. Till the astrolite. Wasn't anything I couldn't handle. Well, back east some shit went down. Big Apple can't go back. I hate LA, but what are you gonna do?
What you gonna do?
Right, you're straight off the bus. Once a month I get fed vampire blood. Heals me faster, makes me stronger than a normal human. I don't age. By looking at me, you wouldn't realize it, but I'm almost 60.
What? Okay. Owner of this. Okie doke. Well, let's go and check on this woman in the clinic then.
Not today.
Sneezing down my earphone. Whom you need to speak? Excuse me, it's me. It's your favourite madman. I thought you were going to the toilet. Where is she? Yeah. Are you okay?
Can someone call my grandma, please?
Stay with me. I can save you. My blood can save you. Why would she just drink it? Why? Many gained. You all right?
You... Who are you? Oh, what did you do? What did you do to me?
Nothing. I'm just a nurse.
No, you did something. I can feel it. It's fixing me. I kissed your wrist. What did you do? I feel like I know you. Like you've always been here.
I really must be doing that. Come on. Where do I get painkillers? Hey.
Hey.
Yeah?
How's it going? You, looking to buy or...
He's stoned as hell. What's your name?
call me Trip. I own this shop.
Nice to meet you, Trip.
Thanks. You, new to Santa Monica? It's not a big surprise. We get you faces through here night after night. Used to be more tourists, but now, I don't know, man. It's more like drifters.
Ooh. Some skipped frames, apparently. Why do they
Beats
come
me.
here?
Santa Monica is dead. I don't know why anyone comes out here anymore.
You doing drugs?
No, not really. Sorry.
Biggest lie I've ever heard.
Thanks. You, new to Santa Monica? It's not a big surprise. All right, here's what we got today.
That's what we got today. Lockpick. It's 85 lockpick. God's sake. Let's hope I don't regret that. Nope. I know I could have got a discount and whatever, but I don't care. Well, that was a bust. Well, that was a bit of a bust for the end of a first episode of a new series, but never mind, we shall persevere. Stay tuned for some clips as to what happens next time that Sir Cundoo delves into the realms of Vampire the Masquerade, Bloodlines. Where's the dance? Oh, yes! is unlucky. I don't know what's happening. Criminal violation. Oh, shoot! No, so juicy. So juicy. A punch a ghost. Piss off, ghost.